Welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Wednesday, March 27th, 2019, and we have Lowland Hum in the studio with us. Whenever y'all are ready.
Drive through the country to soothe the mind. An emerald field is a sight for sore eyes. Picture the pose of the figure underneath. Shoulders and hips draped in green. The manor on high, painted white. The glory of man and the model of life. Every tree hides a cloud of trembling cicadas, the invisible crowd. But one honey chirp of a cricket in the grass cuts through the blast. These fields stoke desire. I'm full to the throat, but begging for more. Drinking the air that rolls off the pasture. Scent of sweet grass and blood in the soil.
That was beautiful, y'all. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's really great to have you. I've really enjoyed listening to your music the last few days. Something I admire so much is how self-sufficient you both seem to be. Like, it's just the two of you on the road. Your live setup is just the two of you. You have your home and your van. You self-release your records. Have there been any moments, like recording or on tour, when you're so grateful that you just have to worry about each other and not have a whole team of people to help figure things out? Or
Yes, many moments, I'd say.
yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think all the experiences that are very odd or kind of I don't know, just sort of overwhelming. It's really
Right.
nice to be able to get in the van and then, okay, it's just the two of us. We can process whatever just happened. And also it's nice to be able to look over and realize that Lauren was there for whatever the weird thing was, or the good thing too. You know, we can remember those things together. And we did tour with a couple other musicians who were friends back in 2015, and it was wonderful to have them with us. But it just is much more complex having four people and all those
Right.
dynamics. And
It was kind of like having other people in our marriage, which was really strange. I didn't anticipate it feeling that way, but it definitely, especially in the car, it'd
I
be
mean,
like,
dynamics kind of bleed in to each other in different
Yeah.
rooms and different spaces. Yeah.
totally.
yeah.
What about the opposite? Have there been any moments when you think, man, it would be so great to have somebody else figure this out for us?
Yeah, there are also many moments like that too. Yeah. I mean, I think for the longest time we were doing literally everything. Daniel was doing the booking, and I think we were really longing to have some additional help because what we feel like we're actually gifted at is the music and
Right.
collaboration part, not all these businessy things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we're thankful to have help, and I don't know if I wish there were more people with us on the road though. I do like it just us.
Sometimes when I have to carry this tambourine box up three flights of stairs, I'm
Yeah.
like, it'd be cool if somebody was helping, carry some of this stuff. But no,
Today, y'all helped
I know,
so much
today-
today.
Yeah, there was a big
That was
team
a-
today. Well,
Yeah.
it seems like it's working for you. I would love to hear about the new record you have coming out, Glypholic. That's a made-up word, right?
Yes, Lauren made this. Why don't you talk about
is.
it?
I think a lot of our records, we're usually able to find some kind of thread or thematic thread that runs through at least a handful of the songs. And
Yeah.
Usually we kind of name the album based on whatever that is, but on this one, it felt like the unifying factor was that most of the songs were like little snapshot images or stories told through little pictures almost. So I was thinking about hieroglyphs and how those are like stories told through pictures. So I was thinking about that, but in the medium of sound. So glyphonic was like the melding of those ideas.
Oh, that's really special. I love that idea. Well, with
Thanks.
that, why don't we hear a few more songs from you?
Sure, okay.
This next song is called We're All Waiting, and we released it on Inauguration Day.
Who's gonna stop it? We're all waiting. We're all waiting. We're all waiting for the sides to sway or go away. The problem is you, we know the truth. I wish no one was watching. Who's gonna stop it? I wish no one was watching. Who's gonna stop it? We're all waiting. We're all waiting. We're all waiting for someone to shine, blow our minds. The answer is easy, come with me.
Real heroes standing in the madness, dignified and hapless, rubber bullets flying, shepherds snapping. I'm at home in my selfish sadness, or on my morning jog through the beautiful university campus, past the immortalized bronze riders and the tall white monoliths.
Stake your claim.
What does it mean to own land? How did you get here? Did you ride in on a snarling sea dragon?
We're all waiting. We're all waiting. We're all waiting for someone to say it's okay. So hard to be good when you are great. You're great. I wish no one was watching. Who's gonna stop it? I wish no one was watching. Who's gonna stop it?
you so much. I'm going to switch guitars, and while I do, we one time accidentally communicated to an audience that they should not clap between songs. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah.
And so we played 6 songs with absolute silence between each, and we were like,
It was so uncomfortable.
we don't think everybody in the world should resonate with what we do, but this feels truly terrible. And I don't know if we can keep playing. We did, and we cleared it up.
No.
Yeah, then they were like, we thought you didn't want us to clap. And we were like,
One guy
oh, gosh.
broke. He was like, you really want it to be silent? And we're like, no, please, no.
Oh gosh, how big was this crowd?
It was a house concert, so it was a small group of
Okay.
people, but that kind of made it all the more just
Yeah.
so uncomfortable.
They were all right there, really close to you. Yeah, well, we'll clap.
Oh, you don't have to. That's not to say y'all have to. Oh, man. Yeah. This next song is called Slow. We wrote this song after many, many months on the road and feeling like we needed some space. On a Friday, I sit in the room. In my head there's a tune, and I feel defeated by the speed machine and the social scene. I keep on waiting for something to happen. Time I am slowed down to feel the cost of all my movement. Next to the stew, there's a ring of grass where nothing else will grow. It's a precious thing, finding life in the dead zone. People are always walking across the tracks behind our building. There's always a feeling that so much is happening. Slow. When it's high time, I am slowed down to feel the cost of all my movement. That's enough. Stop and stare long enough into the glare. Cut it out, don't fill it up. Cut it out. Don't fill it up. I am slow, and it's high time I am slowed down to feel the cost of all my movement. I am slow, and it's high time I am slowed down to feel the cost of all my movement. I am slow. Stop Am I sighing after every single song?
You're a big sire.
I'm a big sigher.
That last one and this one are from this new record, Glyphonic. That was slow, and this is called Raise the Ring.
Shadows stand behind me, do as I do, walk me to school. The neighbors grow flowers I can't name, but I know my way by the shapes of the lawns. Come on, baby, raise the ring. Salt your eyes and feel the sting. Time holds a knife to everything. Come on, baby, raise the ring. Springtime smells like damp stone. The field is muddy. I hold buds in my hand. Summer leaves me breathless, full exertion, sweetness offered. Grandfather's funeral, the corn was high, the leaves were rust, the sound of the rifle made me cry. Come on, baby, raise the ring. Salt your eyes and feel the sting. Time holds a knife to everything. Come on, baby, raise the ring. Come on, baby, raise the ring.
This is Audiotree Live, and we have Lowland Hum in the studio with us. This has all been really lovely. We were speaking earlier about being emotionally oriented to seasons and weather.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same thing happens with home places, being home and being away from home.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find being on the road so much has contributed to your creative processing or inhibited it maybe? I don't know. How is it for you? Can you write? Can you create? Can you make when you're traveling so much?
I feel like Daniel is kind of always able to let things out, and I feel like I need a little more space. So I feel generally more creative when we're home, but I think all the time away from home fuels my imagination so much, and my mind, I think when I get home, is filled with so many things that I would never otherwise have encountered or known existed. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your
Yeah,
question.
sure.
I also think experiences and conversations change what's possible in the imagination. So even if I'm just starting to kind of understand this a little bit more in real time, but I notice like all these different things are possible for me to think and write, and even different musical possibilities. For instance, I'm looking forward to hearing your record and expecting that will open up new space in me, which
Right.
I will then take into the next time I'm writing. And I really think if we could all understand, I don't know, I just think if I could understand how much effect each moment is having on the imagination,
Right.
it would be easier to be kind of like wonder would be more natural. That's what I mean.
So you wouldn't be tied to a specific place or moment, but every single thing that you're experiencing. Yeah, has there been anything on this tour so far that has felt like, oh, I must remember this, or this is a moment I want to hold on to that can contribute to something later down the road?
I'm sure there
That's a
have
great
been.
question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, I'm
Sometimes-
thinking. Oh,
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you should go.
Sometimes, and this is kind of an answer that goes nowhere, because sometimes driving down the road, the names of places are so intriguing. Names of streets or towns or like rivers. And I very often while I'm driving, and usually it's when one of us is like doing something else, so I can't really say, Daniel, write this down, because he's asleep or he's in the middle of like doing emails. So I usually lose those things, but they just really stir my imagination when I don't know, I'm trying to think of one that I saw recently, but it may not come to me.
That makes sense, though. I feel like folk music in particular it can be very attached to names of places and natural artifacts and towns and cities. Like that definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
One thing that surfaced when you asked that question for me was the other night we played in St. Louis, and it was such a like unusual combination of people. So there were these Catholic priests in training who came to the show.
Wow.
Then there were like some kind of like, almost like, I don't know, kind of like party vibe people. And then there were like about 10 people over 70. I don't exactly know how this happened, but I had these conversations back to back, which were like, oh, we're learning about the philosophy of beauty and art. That was the people, the priests in training, and they were wearing their collars. And then the next group was like, let's do drugs and listen to music together because you seem like a weird guy and I want to do that with you. And I was kind of like, I don't know who you are, but let's talk. And then next it was like someone saying, so you perform, they're over 70. They're like, what are you, this is your job? I'm like, yeah, we drive around and play. And they're like, it was really lovely. I don't know how to describe it though. I don't know if it's folk music. I don't think so. And so it's like these things were so close together that it was just kind of like, it was like traveling in that hour, those conversations.
And that's a really excellent way, I feel, to practice your performance muscle of what can I give to these very specific crowds and these very specific places.
Yeah, we tried to feel out, okay, how do we play for this room?
Right.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's a great question.
I bet that was great. Well, we've got time for one more song if you have anything you want to say about it. But thanks for being here with us.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I think before we do the last song, I want to make up something on the spot. I had a memory surface while we were playing Raise the Ring. I remembered when I was 19 years old, and my friend invited me to see Bruce Hornsby in this outdoor amphitheater. And his wife wasn't feeling the show, so he said, hey man, come up from those seats in the lawn. Come and sit with me on the front row. You can see his fingers hit the piano. And I was so fired up because he was my favorite piano player at the time. And anyway, at one point in his set, he invited some hippies up to dance on the stage. Because he used to play keys in the Grateful Dead, he had some dead heads at the show. And when they ran up there, I decided I too wanted to go. So I got up on the stage with Bruce Hornsby, and I stood in the curve of the piano, and I looked at his fingers while he's playing, and I started crying. And then I called my dad, because I thought that really rich experience would allow me to explain my love for music to my dad. But he didn't understand me. He was wondering what I meant. And I tried to tell him, but my tears were choking my words, and my emotions couldn't pass through my mouth. And I just wanted you to be with me within that memory, before we play our last song. So I told you.
I never know what's going to happen on those.
Neither do I.
It's always exciting.
I appreciated that improvised moment. Thank you for sharing that.
You're so welcome. This last song is called Vida Vu, and Vida Vu is a state park in Wyoming that we stayed next to at the end of a long tour, and it's a very mysterious and beautiful place, and this is about trying to interact with that while fatigued. Vida vu, vida vu, 5 weeks too full to see you. Canyons by the million, canyons by the million, mountains blue. 5 weeks too full to know you. Don't you know I love you? Don't you know I love you? It's further down, born before the ashes block the sun. Vida vu, vida vu, mind weak, words too soft to reach you. Mind weak, words too soft to reach you.
This has been Audiotree Live with Lowland Hum. Thank you both so much for being here.
Oh,
It
thank
was
you.
really a pleasure. Thank you to our sound engineers, our video crew. This will be available on all streaming platforms in the near future. And they will be at Space in Evanston tonight, and their new record comes out on May 10th, so look out for that. See you next time.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?